Hey, welcome to my living room jam, not front porch jam. I moved everything inside at least for one day because I was doing some holiday songs and recorded them here by the tree with the TV on with some nice, beautiful Christmas motif, screensaver, whatever. So did that, and since everything was set up, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do the regular guitar songs from here, the quote unquote lessons, and share the chord charts with you. And the one I want to work on today is Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers. Now, a couple comments about this that I want to share. The song, this would definitely be the sort of campfire version, right? Because the song is a tremendous achievement on lead guitar by Dickie Betts primarily, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But you know, I'm not that kind of guitar player, i.e. not that good of a guitar player. Plus, that's not really an acoustic thing, even if I did have that ability. But what I do enjoy doing is playing, the stripped down to its core. Even then, it's still a great song, for sure. I want to make a couple notes on the chords, that the place where I have sort of placeholders in there, but I don't actually play them. It's a G, D, C, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you in a second. So let's have a look here. All right. So what we have, pretty straightforward guitar chords, but this first G, D, C at the beginning, if you listen to the recording, that's an intro that has a distinct solo piece over the top of it. That doesn't really add a lot to the just full-on acoustic version, in my estimation. Some may differ. They're in there if you want to play them, but I leave them out, and I just start right here on the chorus, and I play all the chords in the chorus one time, then I jump into the chorus, then right into the verse. Going down after let's see, what would it be? The first chorus, after the second chorus, there's that GDC pattern again. I don't play those either. I just go straight to the block here that's the chords for the verse that's in this case, right? So when you see the GDC standing alone in those two different parts of the song, I don't play those, but I put them in there. They do go along with the recording if you want to play them, but what really goes on with that is it would just be background chords for a solo that doesn't add a lot when it's just you playing by yourself, unless you're playing that solo, of course. And if you are, more power to you. Great. Dickie Betts is one of the all-time greats for sure. Amazing guitar player. And so we'll, this is an Allman Brothers band song, so it's certainly not him alone, but he does play some remarkable guitar on that, especially if you check out live versions where you can really see him just wailing, right? So, but anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and get ready to jam a bit. Try to get I have my Christmas stocking hung where I like the look of it, but it is sort of, I have to be careful it doesn't interfere with my guitar. Anyways, let's check this one out and see what we got, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about the song itself. Here we go. And doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My father was a gambler down in Georgia, and he wound up on the wrong end of a gun. And I was born in the backseat of a Greyhound bus, rolling down Highway 41. Living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. leaving out of Nashville, Tennessee. Always having a good time down on the bayou, Lord. These Delta women think the world of me. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. Lord, 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 I was born a rambling man. All right, gotta love that song. Even the stripped down campfire version of the song, still great. Everybody still likes to sing along. If you haven't seen the original version of that song, heard it on the recording or watched it perform live, check it out. It's all over YouTube. You won't have too hard a time finding it. Tremendous singing and guitar playing, especially the lead guitar by Dickie Betts. But the Allman Brothers Band is always awesome all the way around. So definitely check that out. Through the lyrics in ChatGPT, says the lyrics describe a singer as a wandering individual born with a restless spirit and a desire to make a living on the road. That narrative touches on the singer's familial background, mentioning a gambler father in Georgia and the singer's birth in the back seat of a Greyhound bus. The overall theme revolves around the nomadic lifestyle with references to traveling, leaving, and the enjoyment of good times, particularly in New Orleans. Woohoo! The repeated refrain emphasizes the singer's identity as a rambling man and hope for understanding when it's time to move on. So that's what ChatGPT says about the lyrics. Now, for the background, the song Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers Band is a mostly autobiographical track by Dickie Betts about a person whose travels and experiences shaped their life. Betts, inspired by his childhood moving between Florida's east and west coast, reflects on the nomadic nature in his blood. The song was the band's first single recorded without their late leader, Duane Allman, and it became their biggest hit, showcasing the group's resilience. Betts drew inspiration for a key line in the song from a friend who had a habit of asking and answering questions. And that line is trying to make a living and doing the best I can, because his friend would say things like, "How are you doing today?" Just trying to make a living and do the best you can. So he would do that sort of thing all the time, and that's where that came from. The distinctive 5-second intro, a blend of guitars and piano, leads into the chorus. The song includes a complex section paying tribute to Duane Allman's twin guitar harmony, similar to the end of Layla. Originally titled Ramblin' Countryman, which would not have liked that title myself, the song had an unreleased third verse. The band's performance on an ABC show called In Concert marked their first national TV appearance. And it was dedicated at that time to their bassist Barry Oakley, who had also died tragically in a motorcycle accident. The song was the last recorded by Oakley and was kept from the number one spot by Cher's Half-Breed. It also had references in pop culture, including an episode of Hey Arnold, with a brief appearance in The Exorcist. Okay, I did not know that. So, Dickie Betts, the singer and lead guitar player from the band and the writer of the song, was born December 12th, 1943, and he is an American guitarist, singer, songwriter, and composer, and best known as a founding member of the Allman Brothers Band. So, early in his career, he had collaborated with Duane Allman, contributing to the band's signature melodic twin guitar harmony. After Duane Allman's death in 1971, Betts assumed the role of sole lead guitarist and played a significant part of the group's success in the mid-'70s. He wrote and sang the hit single that we just were working on, Ramblin' Man, and composed notable instrumentals like In Memory of Elizabeth Reed and Jessica. The latter of those, Jessica, that's a fantastic instrumental song, and I'm not big on instrumentals at all. Usually I don't even like them, but that one's amazing. So there are definitely some out there. He pursued a solo career during the band's hiatus in the late 70s and formed other groups like Great Southern and the Dickie Betts Band. The Allman Brothers disbanded, and reformed again, with Betts continuing to contribute until his ousting in 2000 due to conflicts over substance use. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Allman Brothers Band in 1995 and ranked among the greatest guitarists by Rolling Stone. Born in West Palm Beach, Florida, Betts grew up in a musical family, playing various instruments and eventually forming the band Second Coming in 1967. So there you go. That's a little bit about the Allman Brothers and Ramblin' Man and Dickie Betts. So anyways, you have an awesome afternoon, evening, wherever you may be, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.